Hey Curt, Joe Leeser. Pleasure meeting you on the phone today. Mike's on his way out to go boating with your new Regal, and hope you enjoy.
And Curt, there is the owner trust of Global Marine. Hey Curt, it's Mike. We're getting ready to throw your Regal in the water for the sea trial. There's Captain Jim. He's going to be running the sea trial today, and he'll do the systems orientation tomorrow. And I'll give the camera to Jim so you can say hi to Mike, who you've been talking to. How you doing, Curt? Good to see you. I shot some video of Joe and Bob, the owners. So we'll get your sea trial going. I'm going to shoot a little bit of the hull as it's put in the water. And you're going to get to see the underside of the hull and all that good stuff. Then we're going to get out in the water and I'm going to have some fun on your new boat. Bye-bye. Hey, Curt, you're going to see your boat's getting out of its bed and coming towards us. So we'll give a shot for the hull for you when it gets out of the... Okay, Curt, now we're going to walk around the hull. What you see here is your Regal up in the air on the lift. Just wanted to give you some looks. You can see there, it's a very, very clean hull. There's a little black mark there, but that's from the cradle it sits in the barn. It'll come right out when it's wiped off with a cloth. But as you can see, you can even see the stripe is in fantastic condition. But your hull is beautiful, man. It does not look like a 2004 hull boat. So just thought I'd give you this added bonus today.
Hello, Curt and Laura. This is Captain Jim talking. We're taking your boat out for a little sea trial, give you an idea how she performs. This is a very clean vessel so far. Haven't been digging around too much yet, but so far it's in exceptional shape. Review your instrument panel first. This vessel has the RPMs, tachometers are on both sides of your engine sync meter, and that's a very handy thing because you want to keep your engines in sync. We're at low speed like this. I mean, I can see how I picked up one engine a little bit and it jumps right in the center. So I just do it right about there, get a little bit more on the port, and yeah, it's hard to do when you're idling. At any rate, you'll see how that becomes valuable when we get on top. Your engine health gauges, you have your outdrive tilt indicators, trim indicators, which sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They're totally worthless. You'll get to where you feel the boat. That's, by the way, controlled by these switches on the throttle. Then you have your oil pressure, and this boat has very good oil pressure, both low speed and high speed. Temperature gauges, port starboard, everything is port starboard. Then your voltmeters, port starboard, and your fuel gauge, which you can see we have fuel, and it's always a good idea to have some of that with you. And then on the far right, we have the engine fume detector. This is always required on a gasoline boat, and you want to make sure you know if there's any fumes coming around the boat. You have, of course, you have a tilt steering wheel here. Put it wherever you want to. You have VHF radio, which is a Raymarine, has the channel selector on the microphone, so it's very handy. All your breakers are push to reset breakers, covered in rubber, so that's in good shape. And then the automatic fire system makes up the last of the lower helm. And then over here, I forgot, is the spotlight controls. You have the on-off, which is on there. And then you have your control, which you can go up or down or sideways. Nav lights, anchor lights, horn, stuff like that is all switches right here. You also have the ability to turn your bilge on and off manually, but it's always on automatic.
The GPS?
Your GPS is a little Garmin 172C. It does not have a chart in it. You can pick that up for your area, but you can see they call this the world map, and it does display your speed and your heading and then the chart data. It's a very nice little device, and I really like the mount that they have. You can adjust it just about any way you want to make it fit your view. We're clear of all the slow traffic. Let's see what this baby will do. Okay, Curt, if you look at the sync instrument I was talking earlier, even without the one tachometer, you can see that I can keep both engines in perfect sync just by keeping my needle right in the middle here. If I come back on my port engine, you'll see that it drops to the port side, so that tells me I need a little bit more port power. That's the perfect way to keep your boat in tune when you're running.
And Curt, you can see we're doing about 3,800 RPMs. Right there on your tachometer. And then we'll go over and ask Jim to check the speed for us.
Hey, it's wide open right here.
Wide open.
About 35 knots.
About 35 knots, or about 38 miles an hour, 39 miles an hour.
39 miles an hour.
Waters. And I'm trying to do it so the wind doesn't kill the microphone by just sailing it. Let's just take a look behind us at the trail. Back it all up. Boat is running like a top.
Okay, you also always want to watch your temperatures on the engines. That's a real sign of health on a boat. You can see these temperatures are running very cool, below 175. I mean, normal would be 175 to 180, but that just says that there's very, very clean cooling heat exchangers involved in these engines. So it sounds like they're very, very good. Solid oil pressure, and your alternators are putting out juice. Boat's vitals are in very good condition. But this boat, because it turns so nicely, will just turn really quick. Take a shot back here and you'll see this boat can turn on a dime. And there we go.
Okay, and while we have a second, I'm going to go back while we're down, and I'm going to open the engine hatch and let you see the engines running. Here you go, and I'm going to put this down just so we can get back up on plane, but you'll see we're moving right along there. I just can't do this at a fast speed because it's dangerous to have the hatch open, but there's your engines purring along. And keep in mind, we're going to go through the engines tomorrow on the video for the systems check. Speed. Give you a good idea of speed. It's going to get a little windy, but I'll give you a shot of the front of the boat.
Okay, Curt, just to sum up the vitals on the engines, we've been running for quite a while now, and you'll look, we've got really good oil pressure, both of them right at the same level, about 50 pounds. We have very low temperature, engine temperature, we have good voltage, and we have fuel, which is really important. Keep that in mind.
Corners like it's on rails.
Okay, let's turn in. Guys, it was my pleasure to do the sea trial to give you an idea how your boat's going to perform. Look forward to going through the engine room tomorrow and the systems and make sure everything is working right like it should.